Hey everybody, it's me, Jeff, and today I wanted to make this video as kind of like a final send-off, post-mortem type thing for Newman Network. This is actually a video I wanted to do a while ago, but I just, I guess I never really got around to doing it. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the demo that we released, as well as showing off the current iteration of the codebase, which I think was developed like for an additional 5 months after the demo. So there's some interesting little changes and bits of content in there. And I'm just gonna kind of go over my thoughts on it all, kind of offer some trivia and just my insight on why certain decisions were made. I will leave timestamps in the description if you just want to see a specific section. And yeah, enjoy the video. Hey everybody, this is a video I wanted to do for a little bit. It's going to be a little developer live commentary on Newman Network Channel 64. Or well, the demo I believe is called Experiment Newman 64. This demo came out around, I think, New Year's of 2024. So I'd been working on this game ever since I want to say June or July. It was right after I pretty much shuttered Soot and Steel, which I have a few videos of on this channel. This game was my first try at like a first serious attempt at a 3D platformer. I'd made a few before with the same character Newman, but they were just kind of like mock games. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, so this is like a little warning, I guess. Make the experience as smooth as possible. Please expect bugs and various shortcomings. Yeah, there were quite a few bugs, I remember. Yeah, here we are. Experiment Newman. Let's just go see the options here. I don't remember why I kept the debug stuff in. I guess it was a little thing for people to mess with, but it doesn't really do anything. It just adds a bunch of shit to your screen. Oh yeah, I remember being really proud of this NTSC shader. It looks really bad though. I like this resolution. There's like a lot of banding and stuff. I don't know if I properly implemented this, but I don't think so. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to play with it on, so. There we go. Got some audio settings. I remember being really proud of this little keybind system, where, I'm pretty sure it was just like a node, and you'd give it the event, like the input event, and it would just kind of draw that, it'd draw the icons for you. And you can see it all around in the game, and I think in game too. There's these little 3D modals that show up. It's pretty sick. Give it a moment to load, I guess. Right, here we are, and my mouse sensitivity is really low. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Let's bump this up. I think it's because of VSync. Oh, well, no, there is no VSync. That's a little more manageable. Definitely got to get used to it. That's fine. Yeah, so the control scheme of this game is kind of strange, because it's a keyboard and mouse game first. Controller support was something that came a little while after, so very, very unconventional. I don't know many platformer games, especially 3D ones, that have keyboard and mouse controls. And I mean, it's not too bad here, you know. And you got your rolls and twirls and shit. That's pretty good. I remember being really proud of how the movement kind of turned out. Alright. Yeah, I remember being really proud of that little bouncing, morphing triangle thing in the text box. And I think that friendly stranger guy was supposed to be all around in the other levels too, with like his little signs and stuff. Pretty much like the tutorial guy. I remember these were pretty janky. I think it's mostly fine. You can kind of see there's like a bit of ground snapping. This little house here. I think originally I wanted to do some kind of small interior, but I didn't have some of the stuff I needed, like animations and whatnot for like the door, so I just didn't opt to include that. And it's also kind of weird that this roof here doesn't like have a texture. You just kind of walk up here and hang out in the chimney. And this is a little fun thing. I need to remember, how do you equip the little thing? Oh, it's the number keys. That makes sense. Yeah, you're supposed to have like a little visual, like you'd have like gloves on you, of course. And you'd give like Newman like little fingers too. It's gonna look really weird. There we go. So yeah, this one's simple. You just pick up these little, I guess, acorns and throw them in there. So I will say this roll move is probably the best decision I've made. Oh man. Because originally the damn it. I'm trying to do like a little trick to speed this up. There we go. But yeah, the original thing that would happen is instead of like rolling out, it would just bounce you back up, which was fun in its own way, but I think that little whole ground roll thing really adds to the flow. And yeah, there's this thing. This is like my 8 red coins implementation, and it's supposed to be based on the actual rules of playing jacks. Oh yeah, and this weird little structure. This has actually been in this level since like some of the earliest iterations. There are some, yeah, there's just some things that never made it. I think it's this structure and that little dip in the ground there, and then like if you look over here, that thing too, this little arch, but not the ones over here, I don't think. But yeah, that arch, this area, and the thing I'm standing on. Yep. But overall, this level's changed a lot. Far more than the actual interior tower, but that's just because that kind of came later on. But I pretty much had a solid grasp on what I wanted to do. That was a big flaw with my iterative process, is that I wasted a lot of time just remodeling, redoing the UVs, because doing the UVs, I was doing this all in Blender, and I fucking hated it so much, dude. It's just not fun. Modeling, I like modeling characters and stuff. I think that's fun. I'm not opposed to like animating too. I think there's a way to get over there from up here. Maybe. I have to like build up speed. That's not gonna do it. Fuck. Okay. I don't think that's happening, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Oh. There's a wall jump. There we go. Get all these jacks. Alright, so the water here. This is kind of a weird thing, because I made the controls kind of odd. Instead of kind of snapping to the surface, you just kind of dive out. Which I think can be fun. It's a little too slow, in my opinion. I'd probably make it a little bit faster. And these are supposed to be lily pads, but they look pretty bad. Like, even for this game. And it's like kind of low poly style. This just kind of looks weird. But I didn't really know how to do like shaders and stuff. I could have probably tried to make it follow the curvature of the water a bit better, but like I said, I didn't really know what I was doing with that. Something, I'm not sure if I can call it a flaw of the physics, but nothing stops you from just running up these slopes. I think I had like surface type, so these are just kind of considered steep and slippery. But yeah, that's just something that really bothered me, because I was trying to mimic like Mario 64. That was the big inspiration. It was like how that game handles its slopes and momentum. But that's just something I don't know. I just kind of dropped the ball with that. I don't think it's a bad thing though. Like, at least in this like context, it's not a big deal. Oop. Yeah, something else I do not like about the controller, like the player controller, is the air controls are pretty bad. Thankfully there's no like precision platforming or anything you have to do in this game, but still, just the way you kind of turn in air feels kind of bad. This specific structure too has also been here for a while. Not the tower, but just like, I guess it's like a little staircase thing. Not sure what to call it. And there's this gate too, and it's kind of odd and ominous. It's very dark, but the actual plan for it was that the gate was going to open up after you defeat the boss, like Prince Florin. And this is supposed to be a cave area where there's a bunch of imprisoned fungi. And, well, that's where you're gonna learn why this was called the History Channel, though you don't really know the name. I think it says in the logbook. Maybe. Yeah, the History Channel. But yeah, there's gonna be like a time travel thing where you'd go to the past, and it would be this outside area, but it'd be like completely different. And there wouldn't be this big tower, and these ruins would be like more completed buildings and platforms and stuff. Would be cool. I'm pretty sure I wanted to bring back the giant fungi idea up in, like at the center there. And I think he would like ask you to do stuff. And here's something I really enjoy. I had this little problem when it comes to doing cutscenes. Let me see if I can do like the free cam. Here we go. Yeah, I had some issues with like doing cutscenes, because every time I wanted to do like a custom sequence that kind of broke the game flow, I'd have to write like a unique script to manage everything for each cutscene, and that's pretty much the naive solution to it. But what I opted to do for this project, it's something that I was experimenting with in Sun Steel. I wrote this event parser where I don't know how to actually exit this free cam. Oh no. Oh, it's F1. But yeah, I wrote an event parser where I'd pretty much I'd represent a linear set of events. And events can just be like doing like a certain action or whatever. They'd manipulate nodes in the scene tree. And I'd represent these event trees as nodes. Like they would just be like an ordered set of nodes. And so I might put like a small video up showing that on screen right now. Alright, so yeah, let me show off what this editor looks like here. This is the event system on the left. And you can see that these are all, like, they have their own icons and everything. But these are executed in order. And it was quite an exhaustive system. I don't know why I refer to this as packets, but yeah, I'd have stuff that would execute methods on like various nodes, which I'm pretty sure you can just do with like signals and stuff. Like, I have something a little more intuitive nowadays, but this was pretty sick. This is really sick to me. This was a big accomplishment trying to put this together. And there's even some event tree instances I could just like repurpose, but it was really intuitive, and it pretty much minimized the amount of redundant code I'd have to write, and that's a design pattern I still use to some extent. I've actually ditched the physical node aspect, and I've opted for like a resource-based, like more like command type pattern system nowadays. But it definitely worked. It worked really well for this. I think there are some bugs with it, as with all of the code in this, but you know, it's not too bad. You got these little crates too. I remember being really proud of these. And it does remind me, I remember I added these because I was working on a power-up. It wasn't, originally you weren't supposed to have the glove, I don't think. It was supposed to be a mallet. And that's something I just completely abandoned. I didn't like the idea. Because this isn't really meant to be like a combat game. I mean, there's no enemies other than the boss. So, a lot of the power-ups that did end up being planned, and the ones I was working on, a lot of the ones I was working on were just like little funny things. Like I had like a slingshot for activating like switches and stuff from a distance. There was what was it? There was a remote that, like, if you press the button, it would jam the signal of the level you're in, like, because you're in like a little TV channel, and the world would kind of go dark. It'd like invert, and it was supposed to reveal like hidden geometry. It was like unmasking the smoke and mirrors. But obviously that idea is very big scope creep. But yeah, about the mallet, it had a few cool moves. Like I think I gave it like a cool double jump twirl thing, which that was also part of the moveset for a little bit. But as you can see, I can't double jump, so it's not a thing anymore. And honestly, I don't really think you need more aerial movement. I think this control's fine enough, minus the you know, like the air movement a bit. Now I'm missing one golden jack. No. I don't remember where it's at. Could be around the tower. Well, let me check. No, it doesn't look like it. A little bug. Kind of goes to show, it really has been a little while since I played this. I do not remember all the locations for everything. Okay, well I may as well show this off. This little room. Not sure if a lot of people found this, but it's just kind of a strange little room too. I actually don't know why this is here contextually, but I don't know, it just is there. Oh, I see the last golden jack. It's up there on the roof. And there we go. Nice. So I think that covers all of the shards you can get out here. I guess before we go into the tower, I do want to show off a funny little thing here and pull out your camera. You can actually see this kind of strange, creepy looking guy. And he only shows up when you have your camera out. Yeah, it's very odd. I think it was a in-joke we had. But I genuinely do not remember the context behind it. It's just, I think that guy's from the Muppets, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah. And here we are. So, I really like the way this area turned out. Yeah, this level turned out pretty good, from what I remember. I think there's a little skip you can do here. Oh yeah. There's these little paintings around too, and I really like this one in particular. I don't know why. There's no blue flowers that show up anywhere. It just looks just interesting. Yeah. There's some funny stuff going on with the UV here. It's got like a little bit of curvature. Yeah, because bricks do that. There's this little area back here. I wonder how you're supposed to get to that. Alright, let's go over here. Now we're in this other area. And this little cracked wall here. There's definitely something behind it. Remember, a lot of people have trouble with this little section. But you have to just be confident. Alright. Oh yeah. I don't know why I didn't bother putting collisions for this. It's so strange because yeah, you can just walk through all of these pillars. I think maybe because like it was a little maybe buggy or something. I don't know. There's a shard up there. A fun little bit of trivia is that early on, I actually didn't want to do a uniform collectible. I actually wanted these to all be individual, like, set props. Like just random things that make up the environment. You'd be able to collect them. And the general collectible would just be called props. But having the model a unique thing for each collectible, again, was just like it was a lot of work, and I already had so much other stuff I had to work on for this, so I switched to a uniform collectible, the shards. It was supposed to be that you had the shards for each world, And then when you like defeated the big boss, or it was something like that. It's like the big boss, or you got all the shards. You get like this shard core, to form like a big gem. Oh no, these little guys are trapped. I remember being pretty proud of this thing. So you can't actually bring it down there. It'll just respawn. Which, honestly, I feel like is kind of jarring, but it's not the worst thing. I think there's some... Yeah. I think I just soft-locked myself. Well, not sure what I can do from here, because it's just stuck there. But I guess I could just debug. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're supposed to put the little thing here, and you'd fly up. And you come around here, press the button. Has a little cutscene. And it also opens this, but it doesn't tell you. You got this big mushroom. You have this awful name I gave that. That's fun. Oh, but you know what? There is something that you can do. You can break that open. There we go. You gotta do a little bit of backtracking now. Actually, you might be able to... Yeah, you can just do this. You're crafty. But yeah, I do like the level design for a lot of this. I think it makes good use of the verticality. It feels kind of scary when you're high up like that. You can just fall down and have to go all the way back up. Alright, but over here. This part's fun. Yeah, there's a shard you can get over here. There's quite a few of these ones where you are kind of timed. And yeah, this is the referential photo. This is the one of the old version of the map that was just a giant mushroom in the middle. I think I posted a photo of it on my community tab. Oh yeah. I remember this part was gonna be like a whole lot simpler initially. Instead of having to do this whole climb, you just pretty much be like at the top, and it'd be like a small like elevator ride. But that felt kind of boring to me. So I wanted to like do like just a final little like challenge puzzle thing. And I remember a lot of people have problems with that specific shard. Timing's a little precise, so I have to do this fast as I can. There we go. This looks so fucking goofy, man. I don't know, there's something about it. It's really funny. I don't have too much to say about this fight. Which is kind of a shame because it's pretty well made, I'd say. It kind of drags on for a little bit. That's a fun little challenge. I definitely think the speed of your movement kind of trivializes a lot of the attacks. But I think I did a good job in making you kind of have to stay close to him when he's throwing the bombs out. Because if he throws them too far, you just don't have enough time to throw it back at him. Well, that's it. Well, kind of. So if you've really combed through this game before, you would know that there is a secret level you can access. It's not immediately apparent, but if you've played Super Mario 64, you may have stumbled upon it just by like sheer intuition. So that little shard was kind of meant to be a cop-out, like just like oh, you found like a little secret area, good job. But there's actually a secret level behind this painting if you just jump in. And this is Flying Fortress, which is actually a really old edit I did of Whomp's Fortress from Super Mario 64. I remember having a lot of fun just kind of revisiting this model. I definitely made a lot of tweaks to kind of improve the layout. Sketchy ass jump. Oh man, you can't even climb that. Yeah, I remember this flagpole in particular. This used to be in the ruins level. But I ended up removing it when I had like remodeled the main tower that looks over everything. Yep. So lore-wise, this is supposed to be the place where they got all their materials from. You know, for the big ass tower that just looks cool. There's something really lonely about this level. I think it's just like the kind of subdued music, which is just the ruins theme, but like most of the stems are muted, so it's just a piano. And there's no no other characters or anything here. No mushroom guys, no nothing. It's pretty peaceful. I may as well take a moment to go over like the character and logbook stuff. Early on, this game I really wanted to be like a kind of casual multiplayer platformer type thing. I don't remember the specific approach I wanted to take. I think I wanted you to be able to like kind of interact with other people and like be able to kind of help or hinder them like with the little power-ups and stuff. Like you could use like the gloves to pick up another like Newman guy and either like carry him around or throw him around or whatever. And stuff like that. Like fun little things. And this customization thing was supposed to be a big part of that. But it just ended up sticking around because, well, I mean, it's just, yeah, the base character doesn't really offer that much going on. And I just thought, you know, it'd be more interesting if people could kind of just project their own little designs and little outfits onto it. And yeah. But in the demo, there aren't really many accessories here. And a lot of these icons are really, really bad. I mean, it's pretty cool. This all seems to work. And there was a costume saving system. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I put so much stock into this, but I did. And I guess it's interesting. But you can kind of see there was some really weird just priorities in development. When this time, you know, it definitely could have been used for working on the actual like content stuff outside of that. But the logbook is pretty handy because it does tell you all the things you've collected, and it even gives you hints on where to find jacks you haven't collected, or sorry, shards. I don't remember why this big thing was here. I think, you know what? That's probably also a leftover from when there was props instead of shards. I think it was supposed to show you the prop, that like the specific prop there. So, yeah. Oh, there's a shard here. And you get sent back to the ruins. So, but yeah, I have a lot of fond memories with this project. It was a very interesting time working on it. I remember spending pretty much most of my Christmas just kind of cooped up in my room trying to get this out for New Year's. And I feel like some of that shows for sure. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's not terrible. I'd even say it's pretty alright. I think the movement really offers just a good time on its own. Just being able to roll around and build up speed. It's not perfect, and I mean, I definitely felt the same way a little while after I released the demo. I was trying to rework the movement, but honestly, some of the movement things I added kind of sucked, like the changes I made. So, yeah, I don't know. It's rough. It's rough designing a platformer, surprisingly. Like a good platformer. And I'm not really all that great with math. So, really, like, get into the weeds of that. There's a lot of math involved with, you know, like the physics side of things. I think I kind of bit off a little more than I could chew. Not only as a programmer, but just like in general for this project. I did a whole lot. That's not to say that I didn't have help, and I really do appreciate everyone that was there to provide, like, you know, like assets, music, in general, just giving me feedback on what should be changed, because, you know, I don't always make the right call. And it's nice that I left in this camera too, because you can get some nice little shots of the world. There's this too. You know, yeah. Let me make the let me make the thumbnail. Yeah, look at that. That's fun. All right, so I'm not actually done yet. I have here. This is the latest version, like, of the code base. This was the new moves alpha. don't think I ever actually compiled this, so I'm actually running this from the editor. And as you can see, there's a bit of cutoff here. This actually is when I added multi-resolution support, so it can scale to any aspect ratio now. But for the sake of the video, well, let's just do this resolution. Yeah, I guess I redid the menu. I think that's what I was remembering from earlier. But now everything has icons. And look at that. This is the rebind menu. And there's presets here. Though the way I kind of did this is a little janky looking, I won't lie. And there's some accessibility stuff I was trying to add for like color blindness. I think someone had asked me about it. Oh, these sliders do not work at all though. But yeah. Here we are. Alpha new moves. I don't think I updated this, so let's go ahead and open the level select, and oh man, that's rough, the spacing here. Yeah, we actually have Bob on Battlefield with the description funny. And yeah, here we are, and it even loaded my save file. So this is the new moves branch. And as you can see, there's already a major thing here. You can't actually roll from a ground pound anymore. What the fuck, man? That's like one of the best moves. I don't know what I was thinking. But you can now do a dive roll, which is, it's okay. And I think I've stabilized the camera a bit. And yeah, you can actually control the keyboard now too. And I want to say there's got to be like a button here to. Oh yeah, it's E. So there's a cardinal camera mode, and you can actually zoom in and out. Because I was really trying to do better like controller support, since you normally had to manually control the camera. But I'm not good with camera logic. I actually I spent like an evening just kind of throwing this together for some reason. Can I climb on these? Oh no, I can't. This is before the new movement. Yeah, I think my issue with the dive is that it stops, it doesn't preserve your momentum, I don't think. Whereas with the original roll, I think you can just keep chaining it, which felt really good. Yeah, I don't know. What was the point of that? Well, here we go. I don't think I actually went to the island over here in the video, so if you're wondering what was here, it's that. Whew. Yeah, what an asshole. Oh no. Oh, well, something broke. Okay, well. That's always fun. Oh yeah, and I really, like, oh shit. I think a big focus of that movement rework was making it so you can't just, like, cheese your way up slopes. Oh yeah, there's pushing the wall, too. You can slide around. That's kind of fun. There's some other interesting levels, like there's this one for the old Prince Florian. There's this interesting little stage here for testing out these. I was testing out the glove stuff, and one of the first things I made was these little grabbable boxes. Because my original idea for a bit in the tower section was that you're supposed to use these to like kind of build your way up. But I kind of figured that was also very error prone. So I opted for the springboard instead. There's also a bomb over here, which I think I was trying to test, like if I could catch the bomb while it's falling, which I'm almost certain is possible. This level also features an early title card. This was, the context of this is supposed to be for the very first level of the game, where you'd be in this little, like, warehouse type thing, and you'd run around these little rooms, and they'd show you what to do on the projectors. It was supposed to be like a little creepy.
Well, it's a dummy message, me boy.
Yeah, I swear, there was supposed to be like a little cutscene that happens. Maybe not. Ah, no, it must have been, this, cutscene test here. But yeah, if I go to read this sign. I am Cube. And it plays a dummy message. That's impressive. And here's a level you might actually remember, if you were following along with the original iteration of this project, when it was called The Wandering Newman. It had a bit of a different art style and everything. And this was the original test level. I think, I don't know if these crash. Oh wait, no, they just don't even like register. But, oh man, this is crazy. I was gonna have, like, wall running and climbing, which I think would have been really fun. But, I am glad I at least put in the wall jump. I think this works really well. Ah, yeah, the sodas. So, the sodas, these actually, like, I think these were in the game. Like in the demo version, but literally, like, I guess I just didn't want to put them in. I don't know. But yeah, that's the heel. It's kind of it has these like nice little particles. Looks good. Yeah, I should probably talk about this a little bit. These are all generated models. That's why they kind of look a little funny. Yeah, these are generated in engine, like at runtime, instead of being modeled. So it was really nice, actually, because it lets you make distinct little buttons and, you know, these different gates and stuff without having to actually model their specific proportions or whatnot. And I also think I can do this. Oh, my hat. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the little thing. You can just shoot what you're looking at. It was a simple raycast. I think you were supposed to shoot like acorns or something. I'll also show off this remote, which I think works in this level. Oh yeah. So yeah, this would turn everything monochrome, and you'd have a limited amount of time before you get teleported back to that little statue, but I guess it doesn't really fully work. Well. Oh yeah, you couldn't use any power-ups either while it's active. Now this is a fun little thing I was working on. This was like a stress test type thing. It's not too bad. Alright, now this is quite interesting. This is a newer test level, and this is for all the new movement options that I was kind of working on adding. Like these poles. I think these are pushable, yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's like a pole stuck to the top of that I think moves around too. Which is a really nice thing about the node structure. Inheriting like the transforms and stuff. This one's a lot less heavy. I think I can just push it off here. Impressive. Yeah, I have these doors too. That's cool. Oh yeah, camera volumes. It's a fixed camera. Okay. Wow. What was the point of that? Oh yeah, this little thing. Wow. Thanks, I hate it. I think this was for the toy level I wanted to do. This is supposed to be something you could just pick up and use to go around. Have these different slopes too. Wow. I think there's something really messed up with the how the states were set up, because I'm pretty sure when you're like holding objects and stuff, those all have their own unique player state compared to the normal ones, which is, well, it's not really great. Here's this really cool title card I did. This is actually rendered in-engine, like animated and everything. That took me so long to do. I don't know why I did it like that when I could have just made it like an FMV or something. But it's dedication. Right? It's dedication. Right? Yeah, I wanted to show the little remote thing here. So if I use it, it really messes with the stems, and you can see how like that kind of warping effect. This whole thing was really unfinished. I mean, these guys aren't supposed to be active at all, but they are. Or this thing. This stupid ball. Yeah, I really like, I guess, like how everything up close is very static. Like it's not moving around, but the further out, the crazier the distortion gets. I remember feeling like a goddamn genius coming up with that. I mean, well, yeah, it's a pretty cool effect. Now here we go. I actually posted a a screenshot showing off this background. I think that that actual screenshot is a bit of an older iteration of the background, but look at this. This was the factory background, I'm pretty sure, and it looks crazy. It's definitely not super high quality. You can tell the wrapping here, like the mirroring. I kind of botched that. I really like the coloring of everything. It just is very dreary, but kind of beautiful. And this is the map I used to test out these little crates. And the crates themselves are very chopped. I guess the final level of interest to show is this tower concept level, which was in the demo. I think this had a moving background at some point, but it's really like broken now. It's just static. But I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be for a city level. I think the idea would be that you would climb up like skyscrapers and stuff. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be pretty non-linear, so it'd just be like a bunch of stuff scattered around. And I doubt the mushrooms would have made an appearance, but I guess they're just here for like, I guess stand-in for something bouncy. Oh my god. That tiny lip just saved me. Oh no. No. It's okay. I have debug mode. But yeah, this is just like a really ugly gray box of like some kind of level. I do think it is for the city thing that I'd planned, but I genuinely don't remember. I don't really have anything to reference.